Welcome to part 5 of our seminar. In this section, we're going to be talking about trust funding. And this is one of the most overlooked parts of estate planning. And it's an easy way to make the entire estate plan absolutely useless. So you want to be very, very careful about this. So what is trust funding? Trust funding is a way of making sure that our assets actually go through our trust that we spent all this time writing and putting together, but doesn't have anything in it yet. The only way for an asset to be administered through a trust is either to make the trust the owner of that asset or to make the trust the beneficiary of that asset. And in those cases, we're causing those assets to go into the trust where they're subject to the trust terms, and that asset is going to be dispersed in accordance with the terms that you set up in your trust. Without it, if we don't actually put anything in our trust, then our trust is just a piece of paper, doesn't do anything for us. Now, we want to make sure that we get the full benefit out of our trusts. We want to use the trust to avoid probate. Sometimes we're using trusts to get estate tax protection. Well, if we don't actually put our property into the trust, then we don't get any of that. We don't get the probate avoidance, we don't get the estate tax protection. So it is absolutely essential that we fund our trust with these assets at the conclusion of your estate planning. Now, tons and tons of people miss this. Law firms miss this. Famous people miss this. There was a story not that long ago about a young actress, Brittany Murphy, that passed away. And we took a look at her estate, and she had a fantastic estate plan. She had a very, very detailed trust where she was leaving her home and her other assets to her mother. Her mother was a single mom. She raised her by herself. She took care of her for her whole life. And Brittany's husband already had money of his own. So she went through a lot of trouble to make sure her mom was to receive these assets and wrote an excellent trust to detail her wishes. The problem was she never funded that trust. So when she passed away, none of her assets actually went through the trust, and instead everything went to her husband, whom she specifically did not want to get anything. Her husband inherited her entire estate. Her mom got nothing. It started a fight between the two. Even though she had this fantastic estate plan, it was useless. It was a junk document because she didn't follow through and do the trust funding at the end. So it's crucial, it's very important. Your estate plan really isn't complete without it. Thank you for tuning in to our 5-part seminar. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that you found it informative. I love talking about this stuff. I'm passionate about it. It's really important to me. The next step is the hardest part. And this is the thing that people forget to do, and that's taking some action. To get your estate planning done, the best way to start is to call us and set up a strategic planning session with us. That's a 1-hour meeting where we sit down with you, we focus on your situation, your family, your goals, your needs, and we work out the absolute best estate plan for you. You can call the office at 978-657-7437, or you can book online at our website, bookmyplanningsession.com, and set that up with us. We'll work out the absolute best plan that's going to work for you and your family. If you haven't done so already, tune into our other seminar about long-term care. There's great information there about protecting your assets, long-term care coverage, and how to make sure you're passing your wealth on to the next generation instead of giving it to the government.